South Carolina was just recently ranked one of the top 5 places to retire to in the entire United States. Right here in Greenville, in fact, we're seeing so many more retirees move to this location. It's actually 1 out of every 2 people moving to the upstate are over the age of 50. Now, if you're in this stage of life, this video is for you. Today, I'm going to be breaking down where retirees are choosing to move to, where they're actively looking, the kind of lifestyle that they're searching for, and why Greenville is such an attractive location for retirees. As always, guys, my name is Stephen Delisle, and I am your local expert right here in Greenville, South Carolina. Our goal on this channel is to be your #1 resource if you're looking to make a move to Greenville, but also if you already live here and you want to learn a little bit more about what we have to offer right in your backyard. It is our goal to provide that information to you. Now, if you guys are interested in moving to Greenville or the surrounding areas, my team and I would love the opportunity to connect, so feel free to reach out to us in the comments or email us directly. So when most people are thinking about retiring, I'm sure you probably think about Florida or the coast of the Carolinas. And while those are both very attractive locations, right here in Greenville, we don't actually have to deal with the amount of hurricane damage that the coastal Carolinas feel, and of course, Florida feels. We also have the benefit of having 4 seasons as opposed to Florida just being hot or hotter. Another thing to think about if you're choosing between Florida, the coast, or Greenville in the upstate is also the insurance cost that's going to be incurred in Florida specifically. Also, the fact that if you do have a natural disaster, what I've personally experienced with my clients moving from Florida to Greenville is that they've had a lot of difficulties with insurance companies covering some of the damages that you would experience in locations like that. Same thing goes for the coast, and here in Greenville, we're insulated between quite a few different mountains, so it really eases a lot of those storms by the time it gets here. Another personal experience, because I'm from Orlando, plus I have a lot of clients moving from Florida to the upstate, whether you're retiring or just moving into a regular neighborhood, is HOA costs seem to be exorbitantly high in those locations, whether Florida or the coast. And thankfully here in Greenville, we don't have that high of a cost when it comes to HOA. We also don't seem to have as strict as regulations as what I've experienced in Florida or the coast as well. Now, if you're thinking about moving from the Northeast or places like Illinois, where they experience long, bitter, cold winters, Greenville thankfully might have 1 or 2 days of what I would call ice on the road for just a few hours, and then everything resumes back to normal. Now, of course, when you compare Greenville's winters to places like Illinois, the choice really does become a lot easier. Greenville also offers a much lower cost of living in comparison to Charleston or Asheville or places by the coast as well. The cost of living here is about 8% lower than the national average. So your money simply goes further here in Greenville as opposed to those other locations, and you don't have to sacrifice quality to get exactly what you're looking for. South Carolina is also one of the most retirement-friendly states. You don't have any taxes on your Social Security. You also get deductions on your other retirement income. Also, something to note is South Carolina also offers something called homestead exemption. After you turn 65, and if you've lived here for at least 1 year, you can qualify for this. And it knocks hundreds of dollars off of your taxes for your property taxes. And that's something that Georgia and North Carolina can't compare to. Now, another major reason why people over the age of 50 are choosing Greenville to retire is because of our healthcare system. 2 of the major ones that I'll mention is Prisma and Bon Secours. Not only is it easy for you to access those day-to-day appointments, but we also have come leaps and bounds in the last couple of years on this specialty side of things. So you no longer have to find yourself getting in the car and driving to Charlotte or Atlanta. We have that right here in Greenville. Another very easy selling point when someone visits here from out of state is going to be the seasons. The lifestyle really lends itself to be able to do a lot of activities no matter what time of year it is. Not only do we have mild winters, but we also get to see the leaves change. Another great selling feature of Greenville has to be the food. Greenville's also been featured in many different websites and magazines for being an amazing foodie town. Not only that, the entertainment scene has massively grown over the last 10 years, whether you're seeing big names from Broadway come to the Peace Center or Bon Secours. It also still feels like a very small town, while it still has all the amenities of a big city. All right, guys, so now let's transfer to and talk about the real estate market. I want to give you a snapshot of what's happening in 2025. And right now here in Greenville, our average price is just over $390,000. That is about $100,000 less than Charlotte and Atlanta. You also look at places like Asheville, if that's also something you're thinking about as far as where you're wanting to move to, their median price right now is a staggering $525,000. So your money truly does go further here as opposed to those other locations. Now, talking to my luxury buyers, we've had more inventory in the luxury space hit the market this year in 2025 than I've seen in the last 5 years. The reason that benefits you is you have more opportunities and more inventory to choose from, number one. And number two, when you do make that offer, you have more of an ability to get what you would call a deal, whether that's off the price, asking for closing costs, or preferable terms. While the luxury market has seen double digits in closed sales, we've also seen double digits in the increase in the amount of inventory that we've experienced. So what I experienced in 2014, 15, and 16, for example, is really the market that we experienced back then and what we're experiencing now. So guys, just to help you understand really what that means is we have 10 months of inventory in the luxury market. While that sounds like a lot of homes, it really isn't, because when you look at the $400,000 range, which is the meat of the market, we physically have more homes to choose from, but they're being bought at a higher rate, as opposed to the luxury market might have a couple hundred, and they're gonna sit longer because less people can simply afford those. Now guys, something helpful to know and understand is a 6-month inventory block is an even market. For every one buyer, there's one seller at 6 months. The average price right now is floating around $400,000, and that inventory is at 4.8 months and creeping towards the 6-month inventory block. The luxury market is at 10 months, so above 6 months of inventory, that simply means it's a buyer's market at that price range. Now, something helpful to understand is my retired people are downsizing. Most of them have lots of equity or they're paying cash. So while the interest rates are at 6% and it feels high for the average person buying, whether it's your first or second home, these retired people aren't really worried about where the interest rates are because of the amount of equity or cash that they're putting into their next property, which simply means they're gonna win the bid. Now let's talk about where retirees are targeting when they're looking for their next community. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to be purchasing something in a retirement community. They're looking for neighborhoods that have HOAs that are covering lawn maintenance and exterior maintenance of their home. So they're not pushing the lawnmower during July. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a 55+ community. Now, in addition to the lawn maintenance being taken care of, they're also looking for amenities like luxury pools, walking trails, and pickleball courts. They're looking for plenty of things to do in their community. Now let's talk about the top spots that I'm seeing retirees choose. Now, the first one has got to be downtown Greenville. They're wanting the walkability, kind of to lock the door and get out of the house and experience life as opposed to dealing with all the maintenance that comes with a single family home. So these are going to be townhomes, or if they are single family, they're more infill lots that are going to be single family homes by themselves, but it's still going to be either walkable or a short golf cart ride away from Main Street, downtown Greenville. These people also want to experience and be close to the Swamp Rabbit Trail and all that that has to offer as well. Something to note if you are that buyer is that prices are going to start at mid 500s and only go up. Now, the very close second spot has to be Simpsonville, specifically Five Forks. A lot of my retirees love that they have options with neighborhoods with lots of amenities, the pickleball courts, the clubhouses, and the pool. They also have the benefit of new construction and also choosing to live in a neighborhood where they have like-minded people and like-minded ages that are going to not have to deal with a lot of maintenance that comes with an older home. These people typically want to still have the experience of the suburb life, not the downtown walkable condo situation. So these people are more so looking for a sense of community within their neighborhood. Now, to note on pricing is going to start at the low 300s. Those are going to be your Ryan home builders, but then from there they quickly go up to 450 plus if you're looking for something like a Toll Brothers house. Now, coming in on our third spot has to be Travelers Rest. The benefits here are that you're not going to pay the downtown prices, yet you're only about 15 minutes away from downtown Main Street, Greenville. Yet you also have the small town charm feel of Main Street Travelers Rest that has a multitude of different options for restaurants, whether you're wanting ice cream, barbecue, anything off Swamp Rabbit Trail is pretty much going to serve you very well. And also you can take the Swamp Rabbit Trail from downtown Travelers Rest all the way through downtown Main Street and back on your bike. You can also travel just a short distance to the Blue Ridge Mountains if hiking is something that you're into as well. Now, price points you will experience in Travelers Rest are going to be the mid 300s, but quickly jump up to the mid 500 range. Now, another place that I see a lot of people choose, if it's not one of those three, has to be the east side. And the reason for that is because it's going to be more mature. You're going to have the mature trees and landscaping. You're going to have a different type of character home in those communities as well. Yet you're also still going to be very close to GSP 85 to get wherever you would like to in Greenville. You also have healthcare nearby and shopping. Now, on the east side, guys, you're going to experience the mid 400s and quickly go up to the upper $800,000 range. Now, two neighborhoods you're going to need to be aware of if you're that luxury buyer is a neighborhood called Hartness and Thornblade. If you want more information about those two, feel free to reach out below and I can get you more information about that. Now guys, if you're not looking specifically in the downtown Greenville area or the suburbs around it, we also have plenty of different lakes to choose from. The most popular one for retirees has to be Lake Kiwi. Now, if you're a luxury buyer, you're going to look at places like the Cliffs. They have multiple different communities. You also have 7 different golf courses that you can choose from and be a part of, but that's something you can tie into your HOA. Again, if you want more information about that, reach out and I can get you in touch with those proper people. But those people are really looking for more of the lifestyle of lake living. These buyers are looking for more of a clubhouse community feel and really just to enjoy their weekends or weekdays on the lake. Something helpful to know is that the Cliffs communities are going to be in the 2 million plus range. So guys, I really hope that this video was informative. And of course, if you have additional questions or concerns, or maybe we didn't cover something that you're interested in, feel free to interact with us in the comments below. And as always, with Delisle Properties, luxury always comes standard.